In Demon Slayer, there are a total of 14 breathing styles. These are Breath of the Sun, Water, Moon, Flame, Sound, Stone, Love, Mist, Serpent, Insect, Flower, Beast, Thunder, and Wind. As most of you know, in the manga, breathing gives a user access to extraordinary physical attributes. Nope, not abilities, because the author decided that the attacks aren't real. They aren't of the elements / elemental, which I personally think is stupid, but that's subject for another video. Each breath has their own specific forms, ranging from as low as 5 for sound breathing and going all the way up to 13 and 16. This is for sun and moon breathing, respectfully. I also wanted to say all of the breathing styles come from the original, which is Breath of the Sun. That said, this all ties into the topic of the video, which is the total concentration breathing technique and the total concentration breathing constant technique. By definition, total concentration breathing activates once a user takes breath in a specific way while taking in the maximum amount of oxygen as possible. I wanted to point out that Yorichi is most likely the first user of total concentration breathing and total concentration breathing constant, since he is the originator of sun breathing and the first user of the type of breathing that the Demon Slayers use. The total concentration breathing technique gives the user strength, speed, stamina, endurance / durability, and dexterity, which I guess can tie into the cognitive ability as well as for reaction time. It also gives the user the ability to temporarily stop bleeding and clot wounds. To me, this is one of the most valuable attributes of the ability, since it directly gives users more survivability and longevity. So I don't think it is what gives them their power, quote unquote, or their breathing styles, but it enhances it. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if that's stated somewhere. In short, total concentration breathing gives the Demon Slayers the ability to defy impossible odds. A great example of this is when Tanjiro took on Rui. That boy Tanjiro was getting folded like a lawn chair. So let's talk about it for a little bit. So Rui starts by killing the unnamed Demon Slayer, chopping him up like a sheet cake. So I always thought this was supposed to signal to the viewer what he would possibly do to Tanjiro and Nezuko. Because I remember there being a little bit of a fear in my in the pit of my stomach about it. But eventually, Tanjiro focuses on his breathing and remembers the dance his father taught him, which is the Hinokami Kagura. He swipes after Rui's head, and with the help of Nezuko, they team up and finish him. JK, they job and Papa Giyu comes and saves the day. But guess what he was using? Total concentration breathing. Anyway, to sum things up, it makes these guys into superhumans. Now let's talk about total concentration breathing constant. Total concentration breathing constant means exactly what the name implies, which is the total concentration breathing technique in a non-stop state. Like they can't even stop using it when they sleep. And I don't think to become a Hashira, being able to use total concentration breathing constant is a requirement, but pre-Demon Slayer mark, it's probably the biggest damage buff that a Demon Slayer is going to get. In order to achieve the constant state, the Demon Slayer core are taught to blow into a special gourd until the point that it bursts. Once they get past the first stage, the gourd incrementally gets larger until they destroy the largest size. I always thought it was interesting that they portray Kanao as being able to destroy the biggest size seemingly with ease. You can kind of look at this as some sort of foreshadowing for her potential level of strength for later in the series. They also did some meditation that they focused on the breathing to help extend the amount of time they could perform the ability as well. Something else I was thinking about, and it's possibly related to the topic of this video, is that I was wondering is if Tengen was BSing Yutaro or if he was really resistant to poison. Like, is it just the sound breathing plus total concentration breathing plus constant that's stopping him from succumbing to it instead? I guess you can go with either option. In that case, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. I probably prefer it to be the sound breathing. If you guys know the answer to that, you can leave a comment. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. All right, so to wrap things up, I think this ability is pretty dope, and it doesn't stray too far from the oh shit, the Demon Slayers are always at a big disadvantage narrative that honestly makes Demon Slayer pretty unique. And by that I mean it doesn't give the Demon Slayers the ability to just run through upper moons like they do versus the lower moons or the non-ranked demons. I kind of wish it had an effect though, besides just drawing in air. Maybe some of the elements, you know, like a particle breath or whatever style. Whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe. And yeah, I got more videos like this coming. I think in my next video, I'm going to cover the setting of Demon Slayer and how crazy it would be to live in it in the real world. I think that'll be a fun video topic. Anyway, thanks guys. Peace.